me now. When every ship is going down, I don't feel nothing when I hear you say it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Well, what's up everybody, it's me Bat, and I'm starting to do replays that are sent to me. Usually I'm not going to do commentaries on this, but I was personally asked to do one for this replay. So this is Slippy from Void playing his Leopard 1 here on Falls Creek. He's gonna start off and he's gonna head to the medium side of the map, which is the most western side. So he's going to make his way over here, and he's going to be a little bit more aggressive than normally I would be, especially if he's playing such a lightly armored tank, such as the Leopard. I've had some bad experiences with coming over a hill like this and then just being surprised by, well, in this case, a heavy tank. Like, if there was an IS-8 on the enemy team, or like that E5 or that 57 just popped up, he'd be losing quite a bit of health here. But he makes it work, and so he's headed around to get some spots on the enemies at this point. He stops here for some reason instead of getting into the bush to get a shot on the E5, but that cost him because he's now spotted and he got no damage into the E5. And technically at this point they could have a TD back there that could smack him. So he's a little lucky to get away with this move here. But other than that, this is a pretty decent spot. His team does seem to be getting rushed on the northern side though. So at this point he has put one shot into the E5 and his team are kind of moving down this way. Now I don't think he's definitely not spotted right now, otherwise he'd be copping a shot from that Jaeger. And that Jaeger made a pretty poor play sitting out in the open like that. And since the Jaeger is already fired, there is no fear of retribution from him at the moment. Now, I'm not sure why the E5 is not shooting him. I guess it's just a poor player, I suppose. But Slippy decides that since he's not getting any more shots on this side, he is going to move and help the 54E1 start focusing the E100. Now, he could have waited for the E100 shot there. If that E100 was a decent player, he would have copped a pretty large shell on the side there. Now, he's kind of playing it a little risky here. I would farm the E100 like he's doing so here, but he does make a couple plays here that are a little bit questionable. Like that shot should have been, you know, just to make it count. You know, you don't want to lose that on DPM. And now he's ignoring the M103 completely. But this play I don't like at all. You're sitting out in the open just to finish off the E100, and there's two tanks there. You could have gone to the right of the M103 in order to make a pincer maneuver there, but instead you're sitting in front of him. Now this guy's an idiot, so it doesn't really matter. So what he does here, he goes ahead and proceeds to start circling this guy. Now this probably is the right play when it comes down to this guy. But again, you're very open and in a very low armor tank. If there were any decent players in the other enemy team, they would capitalize on this situation right now. This M103 and this Waffle are not very good players, and neither was any of the people he's faced up until now. So he's going to go ahead and track him, and the M103, like I said, is just not a very good player, so he just dies without getting any return shot in like that. Now this, I would hope that that IS-7 would do something like that, but you never know. So just be careful. Don't let the worst players in your team cop damage for you, so you have more health points in the end. Now, I do like what Slippy's doing here. Instead of rushing the IS-7 straight away, he focuses the T-57, which is the, you could call it the better player, but at the same time, he's just kind of sitting in the open. Now, the 57 is definitely an issue because if he YOLOs this IS-7 right now, he could be in some big trouble. Now, Slippy's doing good here to sit behind the rock and focus the IS-7, and I really like what he does here. He has the spatial awareness to look back and finish the 57 off at that point. And now, thanks to his good work earlier and focusing down tanks, he finishes the game off with 5 kills. So overall, Slippy had a really good game. His focus was decent. Some of the tanks that he chose to focus over other tanks were a little bit questionable. Like, I probably would have focused the M103 instead of the E100. at the time, but overall his choices ended up working out for him in the end. So he comes away with a really good game, plenty of damage, and plenty of kills to speak of. So GG's. If you want to send me a replay, go ahead and follow the link in the description. Talk to you guys another time.